that I have this like love-hate relationship with getting a haircut in the UK, especially in London, because there's such a disparity in terms of quality when it comes to barbers. There are some barbers that you go to that are amazing, some barbers that you go to that are fucking horrible. It's just all over the place, right? It's really fucking horrible. But in my experience, I think the amazing ones are 10 a penny. Oh, not 10 a penny. They're rare to find, in my opinion. Amazing barbers in London are kind of hard to find. People gatekeep some of the best barbers. So you really have to fight. You really have to dig. You really have to research and find out the good ones. I have a really good one that I go to called Afro Fade out there in Ealing Broadway. I recommend you check that out as well if you're somebody that has the same hair that I do or that just likes to get cut in the same sort of styles. I recommend you check out Afro Fade. F the letter, for the number, Fade, all one word, on Instagram. They're one of the best barbers I've ever been to. The guys there are usually fucking amazing. I usually get my hair cut by a guy called Franklin, who's the owner of the place. I think he's got 2 spots now in London, and they're fucking amazing. But it's like an hour away from where I live, right? So it's a bit far in terms of a journey time. But I still go from time to time. But if it's hard for guys, right? Imagine it's being difficult to get a barber, to get a good one, especially, you know, for someone like myself, because I watch a lot of US-based hip-hop content, right? Let's just say. So I'm seeing a lot of black and brown people online who have incredible haircuts. Haircuts look like they come out of fucking computer, right? Haircuts look like they come out of fucking Photoshop. Crazy fades, crazy tapers, crazy lineups, just crazy. So because of that, I can't now unsee that. So I have to get a certain level of a barber. But I was thinking to myself earlier on today, before I saw this article from the BBC, if it's hard for dudes, it must be 10 times harder for women. Because I'm influenced a lot by the US culture in terms of haircuts and stuff. And that's the kind of standard level that I kind of want. So could you imagine if you're a black girl living in the UK and you consume a lot of US content too, and you're seeing the black and brown girls out there in the US and how they look, how nice their natural hair is, how nice their braids are, how nice their fucking wigs are, how nice their fucking weaves are, all that fucking shit, makeup, everything. It must be fucking so hard. And according to this BBC article, it is. And now it's requiring women to travel hours to get Afro care due to lack of salon and options. It's courtesy of the BBC. Really fucking crazy article here. It says as follows. Women are traveling across the UK to get their Afro hair cared for due to a lack of salons able to do it, a BBC investigation found. They travel up to 8 hours just to see me, and they come and see me every 4 months, says hairdresser Chantel Daly. There are many similar situations that our investigation found. Only a third of colleges offering hairdressing courses are teaching students how to care for Afro hair. 4 years later, they are told, 4 years later after, they were all told they, 4 years after they were told they all should, sorry, my bad. It continues here. Bada bing, bada boom. The Hair and Beauty Industry Authority, Habiba, updated their standards in 21 and said all hairdressers should be trained to work with Afro textured hair. This structure tends to make it naturally drier, delicate, and prone to damage. We contacted 259 colleges across the UK to ask if they taught an inclusive curriculum, which included Afro hair care, and of the 233 who replied, only 82 said that they did. Only 82. Jesus Christ. Miss Daly had to spend an extra £2,500 to travel to London. Honestly, somebody posted the other day, right, a screenshot of travel it takes to go from like London to Leeds, and it was like £1,000 for like 2 months. In 2 months' time, if you want to go to Leeds, it was like £1,000 on a train. Can you imagine traveling inland on train in the fucking UK and paying anything above 100 quid? Are you insane? Have you seen what our trains look like? They're not even that nice. You're paying 2,000 quid for like, what you call it, a Great Eastern train, essentially. Like, honestly, no thank you. No fucking thank you. It says here, the industry makes it impossible to have a fully qualified to serve Afro hair clients, it says. Miss Daly, the need is clear for these clients forced to drive for hours to a salon in Shrewsbury, Shropshire, due to lack of options of Afro hair. I have clients from all over the country. My furthest client lives a few miles from Carlisle, so it's about 3.5 hours, maybe longer. Jesus Christ. I want to see what she does. What does she do? What's it? What's her fucking name again? What's her name here? Something Daily, right? That's it. Chantel Daily Hair. Let's see if we can find the Instagram. I want to see what kind of standard she's got here. Whoopsie. Chantel Daily Hair. Whoops, not fair. Hair Instagram. Let's see what she's got. I'm really curious to see what type of level. Is that her there? 720 followers. Maybe it's this one. It has to be more though, right? Let's see if this is her. Chantel Daily. No, I don't think that is her. This is someone else. Women travel. Is she on the air? Maybe this is it. There we go. That's the lady though. Let's play this clip. Okay, it's not available. Oh, that is her. That is okay. That was Chantel Daily. My bad. That was Chantel Daily right there. Okay, I thought she had more followers. So that's the lady, right? Curl Boss at Curl Santana. That's the hair that she does. Looks pretty cool to me. Looks really good. Again, nothing special though, based on what I've seen from American clients or from American salons. Nothing too crazy, but she still gets people coming from miles away to come get their hair done. Miles. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool enough, I guess. But big up her. Let's continue on with the article. It says here, Miss Daly said she did not believe industry professionals, people like her enough, and it was something that she wanted to help change. It makes my passion come even more alive. If I want to see real change, I must highlight the bigger issues. And that is what the colleges don't think about black people. I think it's discrimination. Habiba is a government-recognized organization with set standards for hair and beauty and aesthetic sectors, but they do not have the power to enforce them. The hairdressing industry recognizes 4 main types of hair depending on the texture: straight, wavy, curly, and coily. And coolie, sorry, I guess coolie, coily. The 3 subcategories for each type depending on the diameter and the individual strands of hair: fine, medium, and thick. Afro hair falls under the coolie category. Seeing the demand for Afro hair after finishing her law degree, Adora Lawrence switched careers and became a hairstylist for all types of hair. I started doing hair on the side and realized when I finished uni, I just felt like I liked the whole working for myself, the 27-year-old said. Her own relationship with her hair was, she admitted, not great when she was younger, hating her Afro hair when she was a child. Growing up in Stoke-on-Trent, yeah, could you imagine trying to get your hair done in Stoke-on-Trent? Could you imagine? Growing up in Stoke-on-Trent, a city with mainly white population, she said she felt alienated with her natural hair as children would touch it and make fun of it. Her family had to travel long distances to get her hair appointment. If a family friend couldn't go to church, couldn't do it at church, the furthest I traveled was London. Wow. From Stoke-on-Trent. I got it done a few times in Birmingham, but Derby was my go-to. It was not straightforward. It was not straightforward when I was growing up to get it done. Miss Lawrence now advocates for cross-cultural hairstyling. It's not cultural appropriation for white people to wear Afro hairstyles. Exactly. Just as it's not cultural appropriation for black people to wear weaves or straight wigs. Exactly. Thank you, girl. Common sense at last. Black hair is often thicker than white hair, with a tendency towards curls and coils, and it cannot always be styled in the same ways that straight hair can. Hair professionals we spoke to told us it is hard to find courses in order to be qualified to treat Afro hair. The BBC decided to find out just how hard it contacted every hair beauty college in England, who was registered with the government. We asked them if their curriculum offered qualifications covering all 4 hair types. Of the 259 we contacted, 237 replied, and 151 told us they did not teach students how to care for Afro hair. The reasons given for the lack of teaching of Afro hair varies from colleges we approached. Some said awarding bodies which develop and set the curriculum for the qualifications have not updated their guidelines. Others have said that they've asked students to pay more to learn about Afro hair, while some blame the lack of clients with the hair. In some cases, they should have resorted to using Afro hair mannequins due to the lack of real models. But a third of the colleges did say that they are starting investing in training staff to expand their teaching. Jesus Christ. So lack of options, lack of training, lack of demand, lack of everything all around. But I do like that they're trying to push this in the colleges instead of making everybody just learn at home by themselves and figure it out. I like that they're trying to teach, they're trying to push the standards, you know, and make sure that there's a certain standard across the board. So when people are graduating from college learning how to treat and, you know, do Afro hair, style it, they're going to be of a certain level, you know. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Erica Libbard, her Northampton-based tutor, more than 25 years experience, said that for her, change would begin with open conversations. She was taught Afro hair care in the UK, Ireland, and Middle East, and said the industry needed to move faster in bringing in the changes. She said, will it be done in the next 2 to 10 years, or we'll be talking about this for another 20 years? Miss Libbard said it was not fair for students that they were not taught at all. They were not taught about all types of hair. We're not representing the majority of the community. There's still segregation. There's still an afterthought, and still an undervalued measure of the importance of integration and weaving this throughout the learning. It can give some salon owners and educators the belief that it's okay if they don't do it. Exactly. Big up Erica Libbard there. Joan Scott, the chief executive of Habia, said she was frustrated at the length of time it was taken to see the change, despite the update of the standards in 2021. Quote, it's taking longer than we hoped. We created new standards that reflect the UK diversity. Change is coming, but it will take time. Of the awarding groups contacted by the BBC, 2 of the biggest explained their positions. Said that the updated curriculum and city guilds and courses met the occupational standards, but did not specify their hairs were necessary. So yeah, man, I have sympathy for my black sisters out there, bro. My black sisters out there, I have sympathy for you, because it's just as painful, if not more painful, for a black girl that consumes a lot of US content, sees the level of fucking hair treatment, hair care, styles that some of these young girls are getting over there in America from their local places, and then wants to get the exact same level of quality or style here in the UK, and just gets fucked over. Gets fucked over by some person doing private fucking salon stuff in their home, and they're being a bit of a cunt. Getting fucked over by a salon you go to that's been very highly recommended, and the service isn't good. Like, just getting fucked over in general, it must be so fucking difficult. So big up all the ladies and fellas out there trying their best to get their hair did, trying their best to get their motherfucking hair did. It's not easy. It's not motherfucking easy.